Is it starting? Okay. So I'm here with Ashley today, the owner of Underdog BBQ, one of the most viral, I think, shows that came out of Erie in history. So you want to tell me a little bit about what's inspired the name Underdog BBQ?
So Underdog Barbecue started. I actually was not involved with the creation of the name, but what it means, I think it's just inspiring for those who whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're just somebody just trying to get by through life and trying to make something of yourself. It kind of stands for that, like the grit of life and just trudging through the tribulations and people might not expect a lot. Maybe that's not the right word.
That's okay.
You know,
I
I
get it.
think okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I think that when it comes to the TV show, I mean, I don't think a lot of people really expected a lot to come from that. In 90 days, nobody really understood the timeline, but it was just like I think Glenn picked it because he's like, I'm gonna prove myself to
Yeah.
others, right? And so I kind of take that and live. I've always felt like I was an underdog through my whole life, so it kind of all came full circle, right?
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't involved with the creation of the name, like I still feel like I lived that life. I lived that brand.
So how does that influence your business approach exactly?
I think even from the get go, I mean, even prior, like I just said, like I've kind of always felt like I was an not an outcast, but I just feel like a lot. I feel like I always had to prove myself and always push myself to be better. And through the show, you know, in even post show, I guess, a lot of people put us on this pedestal, had this standard of us, whereas my standard is even higher than that. Like I'm a perfectionist, so even even on my best days, I'm trying to push to be better.
That's
You
awesome.
know,
That's awesome. So, what's the most unconventional dish that you've tried to smoke? You being the master you are and the chef you are, what is your favorite and most unconventional thing you've ever done in a smoker?
oh my gosh, that is a hard question because um, I, I I s- I smoke whatever I got. Right. I just recently smoked oxtail. One of our most popular dishes, other than brisket, we do smoked meatloaf. We do a lot of cold smoking. We cold smoke our deviled eggs. I've smoked. Trying to think like scallops, shrimp. Um, I usually do that on a separate smoker because of allergens, but I do a lot of seafood. I do a lot of meat, non-traditional stuff. I actually have a duck in the freezer that I
Wow,
want to smoke for my dad for Father's Day. Uh, with
that's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome. So, next one. What sets your barbecue apart from the competition? I know there's a lot of barbecue in the area, so what separates yours exactly?
I think what separates ours from the rest is prior to barbecue, prior like 6 years ago, I never used a smoker in my life, and it's almost like a double edged sword. I feel like I came into the barbecue scene without really any knowledge, and I learned from scratch from my own. I was teaching myself, you know what I mean? So I came at it at a different angle, and from there, like I've tasted other barbecues. I took a trip down south and tried different things, but it's almost like because I have like a background in like culinary, like I went to culinary school out in Mercier's Northeast. Um, I come almost from like an Italian French cuisine
That's awesome.
background, and that's why like I don't just stick to traditional
That's awesome.
smoked meats. Like I try to really come at it from a different angle,
That's
think
good.
outside the box. So
That's good. That is awesome. So next one, I'm good at editing. So, all right.
perfect.
If you could host a dream barbecue event, what would it be like, and who would be there?
Oh, um, honestly, I'd like if I could hold a barbecue event. I think I'd like for it to be like a hyper local barbecue event, not just like we do have the Rib Fest, but I mean all local barbecue places. I feel like there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of you know split opinions, and I think that barbecue brings people together. And so if we held an event, I think it'd be cool to bring in like Federal Hill, Q Abides, Camaraderie Barbecue. I think they're on Harbor Creek. Just all of us come together and just show the community what we all have to offer. Because all barbecue is different. Not everybody's gonna like our barbecue compared to Federal Hills compared to Q Abides. We all have a different style. We all have different, accompaniments. Even like not even just like when it comes down to the smoked meats, like when the meal all comes together, we all bring something different to the table.
Right, that makes sense. So, what's the next big goal for Underdog Barbecue?
I think since the renovations, my goal is to actually kind of strip back a little bit and kind of started looking at what we've done and trying to reinforce the foundations. Right now, I'm actually going to be taking a certification class so that we can bottle our own sauces in house instead of using a co-packer. I think keeping that in house in Erie, because we go through a co-packer in Punxsutawney. Um, but trying to keep that in house, we would have more control over it. But there comes a lot of um, just specs and a lot of like what are the words, regulations involved, because you're not just selling to your normal retail. You'll be selling to wholesalers and stuff. So right now, that's in June is my class. So
That's awesome.
that's the next step to that big venture.
That's awesome. And what events are coming up that we should know about exactly? Because I know you guys do a lot. You're doing the music night tonight. What else is there to know about?
Yeah, so we have live music on open mic night on Wednesdays. We have live music Fridays. We're gonna be at the Music in the Woods, I believe, the first Monday of June. Then we're gonna be at Duran Days with Tater Tater, the food truck. We're kind of gonna be hanging out with them. We'll be at the Meadville food truck event and maybe a couple private weddings, but then we're gonna finish off the summer in August. So jump ahead a little bit. We're gonna be at hopefully Celebrate Erie. We had a really good time there last year, but that's our big event we're looking forward to. That's going to be coming up in August. The biggest event, I guess I should kind of put in here is that June 19th coming up right around the corner. We're going to be celebrating our 6-year anniversary of being open. So I think something we've been talking about doing is doing something called the Dog Days of Summer and celebrating for a whole week and doing a lot of different giveaways and just collaborations and stuff with other businesses and people who have helped us along. And yeah,
That's awesome.
big celebrations.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ashley.
Thank you.
Greatly
I really
appreciate it.
appreciate you.
I'll edit it tonight and I'll send it out.